I don't want my child to go to high school, and that can be for a variety of reasons, I would imagine. But I'd be happy for them to go to college to do a vocational course later on in life. Will they be able to get a place without attending school?
This is a bit of a tricky one because it depends on the course and the college and all sorts of things. I would bear in mind that it seems to be becoming increasingly difficult for young people to do lots of things if they don't have some sort of maths, preferably GCSE maths. So what I would do is if you think there is something particular that you would like your child to do, I'd go and educate yourself as much as possible about that course and what the requirements are for it, really. Do the research yourself before you take a big decision like that, like not formally sending them to high school, because if they really want to do something and they are going to need to have had something in place, some sort of qualification or some certain level of understanding or something, or some even like vocational qualification, you just want to make sure that you're enabling that to happen and that you're not sort of cutting themselves from access off from it sort of from a very young age. And then meaning that they might have to do more college later or studying that they don't like, when it to get to where they want to be. I'm just thinking some of the work that we do, it's not so relevant with asylum seeking children who struggle to get into school in sort of 8, 9, and 10, those kind of years, because there aren't the places in London. Sort of the thinking is, well, actually, if you can give them some education and get them sort of up to a certain standard and level, then they've got the ability to go to college and pick up on things at college because there are more options there. But if
Yeah.
you can't get that education in, then it can be much more. The options are much more limited.
I'd say as well, Claire, much more expensive as well,
Yeah,
because if your child isn't at school, you're gonna have to cough up the fee for GCSE exams
yeah,
and tutoring and whatever they may need. So yeah, I think it's being prepared to do all of that. And again, I used to work at a college and we would get the odd NEET learner, which is not in education or employment.
yeah.
Um or training. And they would come through, and it's not to say that colleges won't work with you, but sometimes it's just there's just such a huge gap between where that person is and where they need to be able to cope with that course and its content. So it's and again, I think sometimes it can be quite a misconception that yeah, when he's 16, he can go and do engineering, or when she's 16, she can go and do hairdressing. There's so much more that comes into it than sort of practical work, and that person has to be prepared for that.